Thanks for staying with us. So last Saturday, tragedy occurred in what was meant to be a joyous occasion as a Lagos-based hotelier, Otunba Kunle Akinyele, suddenly slumped and died during his wife's 60th birthday party, Thanksgiving. The devastating video has since gone viral across social media platforms. We cannot independently ascertain exactly what could have led to the death of Otunba Akinyele, but on this segment today, we'll be talking about and examining the issues, the medical factors that can make a man or woman fall suddenly and die. In Nigeria, we just say he slumped and died. Later on in the conversation, we'll have a cardiologist join us to give us the reasons and what could cause this fact that people just slump and die. But before the cardiologist is brought on, there's been lots of cases recently. It's important we talk about it. I mean, I know quite a number of young people, not even old people. You know, back then, high blood pressure was something that old people have. Now, lots of young people, I know at least 3 people. There was a young lady that recently passed on. She slumped and died. My brother's former partner, they used to do it for many years. She's a popular person. She also passed on. We went to a funeral, I think earlier this year or late last year. Also recently, the gospel singer, Bolaji and Big Ben, Big B, we call him Big Bolaji. I still saw him a month ago, I think. He was attending another person's funeral, another family friend who also had some medical challenges. She didn't slump, she had medical challenges and she passed on. He was there to perform, and I was there and I saw him. My husband saw him, everybody was there. We saw him. This was about a month ago, you know? And then hearing that he had his 50th birthday last year. And so he slumped also. So there were quite a number of them, and it's just quite disturbing to see that a lot of young people are dying because of this slumping.
Yeah, so I think we need to create more awareness in terms of people monitoring their health. Many of us are always in a hurry, we're always busy, we don't have time to really pay attention to our health. You just assume that because you're looking a certain way that you're healthy. You may have signs of prolonged, maybe headaches, or there's always, your body always gives you a sign and you just feel like a little paracetamol will do and I'll be fine. Let me get about my duties, and then you forget about it. But I think we need to regularize, or we need to make it important to us, or prioritize, that's the word. We need to prioritize regular checks, regular going to the hospital to do overall checks from time to time. If you can do it every 3 months, you can do it every 6 months, depending on the nature of your work. A lot of people are working so hard, right? They may not be physically active, but they are doing a lot of brain work. Mentally, they are working. So, but you assume because I'm not jumping from bus to bus, I'm not doing, why do I need to? I'm not stressed. And you don't know that you're really, really stressed. A lot of people that should be on BP daily drugs do not know that they should be on BP daily drugs. Majority of Nigerians are hypertensive. And it's so unfortunate now that even young children, young people, can be hypertensive and they are not aware. But with regular checks, you can easily tell that, okay, there's something I need to pay attention to. Maybe there's like a diet change I need to do. I need to do incorporate a little bit of exercise to what I am doing. I need to, do certain things. I need to clear out all those clusters that we have. A typical Nigerian is a hustler, right? And because of the nature of our economy, one thing cannot really sustain you. So you see that many people, even whether they're shouting it or not, are putting hands into several things that take away their peace. So we need to find, imagine. And we need to find ways to calm down a bit in terms of properly checking our health.
Obviously, is that the regular? Let me tell you the reality. The reality, when you say regular checks, in the Nigerian context, maybe once a year. Many of us do once a year, where on our birthdays, we have a full checkup. After that, that's the next year.
Actually, I mean, a small percentage.
Yeah.
Someone like me now, it's once a year. On my birthday, I go to do that checkup. And then the other time this year, I was having serious headaches. I was feeling dizzy, but I just felt, I'm going to rest. I didn't go to the hospital. It's not the Nigerian thing of me to just say, I start looking for one doctor and start saying, come pay 10,000 naira for a consultation fee. I'm not going to do it. Right. I just went home to rest, to sleep.
Wow.
And then a few days later, I felt better. Sometimes, you know, you right now, I'm talking to you, I have this one pain that will become this.
Please go and check it out. Don't go and sleep, Mariah.
The point is, the Nigerian conversation is that many of us have one issue that we just kind of manage, we rather just not know.
Okay, so now, today that we're having this conversation is the day that we'll tell Nigerians, you must know. You must take the time and budget your money, no matter how small it is, towards checking your health regularly. A few days ago, someone posted that they did just, you know, they were checking people's blood pressure. He was in shock. He was like, he cannot believe the number of people that had serious high blood pressure. He called the numbers. He says, this was not in an emergency, not an ER. This was not a medical outreach. This was just randomly, let's just check people and see. He says, and they are living. He says, usually, these sort of numbers, that when you get them, they're supposed to be lying down somewhere in a hospital bed. But these people are coming and going. Nigerians, there's a lifestyle that we have imbibed, and it is detrimental to our health. But what is even worse is that we don't think that we should take the time to look at it. So recently, you know, some things have happened to me, and I've had to pay attention to, you know, things like that. And the doctor was saying, especially, that there is a situation that they've noticed in Lagos, especially, randomly they're taking tests, and they realize that there's a large number of Nigerians that have blood clots. So that's another thing that affects people, and then they slump and die. You have a blood clot that blocked your heart and your arteries, and it does not matter the age. It's from young people in their 30s to much older people, and they are seeing a lot of that. In fact, that they've gone abroad to, you know, and they are compared numbers, and the one in Lagos is quite high. It's something that they are looking at. So that is one thing. The second thing is that now that we have this information, just take the time. Yeah. Take the time. And then there's this stubbornness, especially with men, I feel. Men can be quite stubborn about, you know, they feel like I'm chasing some things, I don't have the time to do that. They need to put it on your phone as an alarm. You know, all these health insurance that come and sell you health insurance, find some apps that you sell to Nigerians, specifically for Nigerians, that reminds them to go for health checks.
Sound the alarm.
Yeah, sound the alarm or something. Or maybe send a letter to their office. I say, this Oga cannot enter this office today until he goes to the hospital to get it.
I'm told that our consultant cardiologist is on now. He has to go and meet other patients, so we have to just still in for a few minutes to shed some light on this. We have Dr. Olusegun Joseph. Welcome to the show, sir. Hello, good morning, sir. Are you there? Okay, while we're trying to get him together, Maka, go ahead.
Yes, so I wanted to say, like, you know, I don't really agree with you 100% in saying that, you know, Nigeria, that we don't do a health check and everything. I think it's just, as in different families come up with the different plans or how they want their homes to work, in the sense that different families in Nigeria plan for summer. They don't joke with summer. Where every summer, every summer they want to take, every summer they want to take their kids abroad and stuff. I grew up in a home where every 3 months, every holiday, we must go for all body checkup. And that's how all of us in our family, we are. Every 3 months, you must...
0.01%.
I'm coming. No, and that depends on your priority as a family. Most family, their plan every year, they'll plan for the next year holiday. They already know where they want to go 2027. Why will you not prioritize the health of your kids and raising your kids to know that they have to check their health? Do you understand? So for me, in that aspect, I see it as what people are prioritizing over other things. And when it comes to the blood clot thing, so it can happen to anybody at any time. So people, there should be information about what happens when you notice that someone has a blood clot or something is happening. Because there are certain things that you can do immediately that can help blood flow immediately before they take the person to the hospital.
You must have gone to the hospital to know.
No, you don't have to go to the hospital. It's about...
you have a blood clot.
No, something can happen. Like if someone has like slumps or something around you.
Like if there's a symptom.
Yes, as in a fast response thing. So people should, that's what I said, awareness. People should be able to CPR to know what to do immediately to be able to save that person. And then lastly, BC, certain people don't even realize that they have certain heart conditions or whatever, that they shouldn't even take high blood pressure medications. That when they take that, it counters it and makes them slump and die.
So yeah, I mean, hopefully our doctor can join, because we're trying to connect with him on Zoom, so he can answer some of these questions. Because I mean, the point I was trying to make was that the conversation in this country is that the truth that we don't have HMOs. It's readily available in other parts of the world. Although Lagos State has tried to get Lagosians to have the Lagos State HMO, which so that it becomes second nature for you to, once you have a small headache, you can go to the hospital. Right now, you refrain yourself from going to the hospital because you're thinking of the cost. Yeah, I know that if I go to see the doctor at the certain hospital I go to, minimum 30K first to say hello to the doctor is 30K. I have to think about that.
Your health is important because if you want to buy, if you want to buy shoes, if you want to buy clothes, thank you. You don't look at it at 30K is too much. If I were to tell you the outfit is 30K, it's too cheap.
I think she means that in a country where your minimum wage is 70,000 naira and consultation fees.
We're talking about people who. We're talking about Nigeria. Yes, I know. So Mariah, hold on. You know, we like to self-medicate. Yes, that's a major problem. I had a conversation with my dad yesterday, and he wasn't feeling good. And I saw, go to the hospital. There's a hospital opposite you. There's a hospital behind you. He said, no. And the last time the wife went there, the wife died. My father suddenly developed phobia for hospital. I started begging him yesterday, please, Daddy, go to the hospital. I'm in Lagos, so I can't just be flying down to you. Go to the hospital and tell me what they say. He said, hey, once you talk to the doctor now, doctor will say 50,000. Doctor will say, I say, when the money becomes the problem, carry yourself and go to the hospital. So he said, he has taken this, he has taken. I said, don't take anything, just go to the hospital, let them run a test. So even those people we think have money also self-medicate.
Yes. Let me go on a very short break. Hopefully when we come back, our guests will be here. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.